Hey friends, welcome back inside of our kitchen. Welcome back to the Homestead. Today we're going to be talking about 3 methods of food preservation that we're doing right now. Now, of course, there are many different methods that you can use to preserve food, but today we're just going to be using these 3. And we've got a 4th kind of staged up here, but we're not doing it today because we don't have anything to use for that 4th method, but we're going to talk about it. Anyway, behind me I've got something really cool that's very handy. Let's take a look at it. First things first, this is a great piece of equipment for your homestead. This is a vacuum sealer, and it can be used in 2 different ways. It can be used with these bags, and we do that for freezing. We'll be showing you how to do that with some raspberries that we picked. And we also have the jar attachment to vacuum seal dry product in jars, glass jars like this. Don't forget to go in the description below and look for the links for all of these items that we use here on our homestead. Additionally, if you haven't done it so far, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Hang out here with us on our homestead on a permanent basis. We'd love to have you here. So first things first, we are going to fill up our jar with some oats. Now, just like with any pressure canning or water bath canning, you want to leave a good amount of headspace here at the top, no less than an inch. So this is perfect, just below the rim right here. Second thing, you can use these little silica gel packets here, these moisture desiccants or moisture absorbers, and that just helps if your product does have any moisture in it. So there's a little trick to doing this canning method using this vacuum sealer. Of course, we're going to wipe our rim and make sure that there is nothing on there that's going to impede the seal of our lid. Get that a chance to dry for a second. We're going to put 2 lids on here. What that's going to do is it's going to give a good amount of space here for the sealer to work. Sometimes these sealers don't work if you only have 1 lid on it. So that's a little trick that you can use. Additionally, if you don't want to do the 2 tops, you want to use these reusable, these are amazing. Tatler Company makes these out of Michigan, and they are a little bit thicker and they are indefinitely reusable. So I recommend to you, if you don't want to continue to buy these lids over time, to get the Tatlers. But the Tatler is thick enough where it will seat properly and give the proper amount of space inside the rim here for it to seal. But for this demonstration, we're going to put the 2 lids on here and use the 2 lid method. Push this down. Operate your vacuum sealer the same way that you would to seal a bag, and just put a little bit of light pressure here on the top so it doesn't move around. Simple as that. Release the pressure and you'll have the pressure released here on the top. You'll see the second lid falls out and our button is down. Sealed and ready for the shelf. Here we go. Method number 2 is that's freezing in bags. You can see here, this is our zucchini from last year. We will link that video up here at the top for you to check out the entire process of how to do that. But right now, we're going to do the same thing with the raspberries that we picked this morning. So this is an important first step you do not want to skip. We have pre-frozen these raspberries. Why did we do that? Well, we got them on a piece of parchment paper so they don't stick to this cookie sheet here. We've done that so that they don't get crushed with the vacuum sealing process. These raspberries are incredibly delicate. If we just put them raw in the bag and sealed it, we'd just have raspberry juice. So freezing these ahead of time is going to give them some integrity to get through that vacuum sealing process, which is going to totally eliminate freezer burn from our raspberries when we put them in the freezer. Freezing is a great way of preserving your food. Now, if you're new to vacuum sealing, here's a little tip. You want to leave at least 3 inches on the top of these vacuum seal bags. And what that's going to do is give it the ability to get down into the sealer right here, and this heat strip that seals it is going to probably seal it back this far. What we do is we place the bag with the textured side down, like this, and you can see that our raspberries have come right to the edge. This is going to come down and close over the top of it. We're going to close and lock, and we're going to seal it. Now you see our vacuum sealer is heat sealed the top of the bag here with one strip. What I like to do, just to be safe, is actually slip it back in there, close it again, and just hit the seal button. That gives me 2 lines of defense, or 2 seal points on this bag on the top of it. That makes me feel much more comfortable if that first one did not work properly. There you can see it's sealed 2 times, and the raspberries have kept their integrity. They're intact. They're going right into the freezer. So here we go, method number 3, water bath canning. We're going to be doing some water bath canning of some tomato sauce that my wife made last night from some tomatoes that we got from our good friend Pete. Thank you, Pete. We appreciate it. We're going to link his channel in the description below, Pete B. Anyway, water bath canning can be used for high acid foods like tomatoes, and also with things like fruits. We did a great video right here on how to can pears from our nice pear harvest that we got from our pear tree last year. So check that out. But let's show you how to water bath can really quickly. So the canning process is simple. We've got our clean jars here. We have got our funnel. We're just going to ladle in our tomato sauce. Remember what I talked about, headspace. Leave enough space here for expansion and contraction and the ability for the vacuum to be created. So we've got our tomatoes in here. We're going to wipe the rim. Of course, clean rim so everything seals properly. Give that a second to dry off. Place our lid on, and then we're going to hand tighten the top, or the screw top here. And you don't want that too tight. You don't want to mechanically do that. Just do it until it's nice and snug. And don't forget, if you're canning foods like tomatoes, you still need a little bit of extra acid. So about a tablespoon of lemon juice will do the trick. So what we're going to do, we've got our water boiling already. We are going to lower these down into that water bath with this basket. Now, you want to make sure that your water is above your jars. That's really important because you want to fully encase that jar with the water so it seals it properly. I don't know if you can see it, but the water is about 1 inch above the top of our jars, and that is perfect. Now that the jars are in there, we're going to set our timer for 45 minutes for quart jars. You're going to have to adjust that per your altitude, but that's the norm for this area. So that 4th method is pressure canning. We've got our pressure canner right here, but we're not going to be using it today. This is used for things that are low acid foods, like green beans, potatoes, and carrots. So we don't have any green beans off the vine yet, but look for a video using this pressure canner in the near future. Thank you for joining us in our kitchen for a little food preservation information. Now I want you to go right here and check out our video on how to properly harvest sunflowers. We love you. Have a great day. See you on the next video. Bye.